In a game where only one can stand at the top, how far will they go to seize destiny? When rivals clash and dreams hang by a thread, who will emerge as the true protagonist? To answer this question, watch the video until the end. And before we start, we have noticed that 97% of our beloved fans don't subscribe. So, in appreciation of our efforts, please hit the button of like and subscribe. Thank you, and thank you for watching. After witnessing what Isagi has done, Negi approached Ryo and asked for his help. He confessed that he only truly enjoyed playing football when they were together, and that he needed Ryo's strength to defeat Isagi. However, Ryo's belief had changed. He had chosen to carve his own path after Negi abandoned him during second selection. Negi then told him, "From the very first day you invited me to play football and we dreamed of winning the World Cup together, I always made the best decision to achieve our goal. That's why I joined Isagi. I believe I would become stronger with him. Then I joined Man City to learn from Chris Prince and Igi." After a dramatic exchange, Ryo finally agreed to reunite with Negi, bringing back their terrifying duo. The match resumed with the ball at Igi's feet, but Kinigami intercepted him. Isagi waited for the perfect moment to intervene, fully aware of the situation from his experience in the previous match between Noah and Ravinho. Kyugri then stepped in, exchanging quick passes with Igi. At that precise moment, Isagi intervened, only to find Kaiser beside him, reading the play in the exact same way. This confirmed that Isagi and Kaiser now shared the same vision of the king. The ball reached Ryo, who played it to Negi, then received it back. He then replicated one of Sai's signature passes, returning the ball to Negi, who flicked it with a backheel volley over the defenders. They advanced relentlessly and no one could stop him. This level of cooperation was beyond Isagi's expectation. He realized that if he wanted to counter them, he had to predict the exact moment when their synergy would peak. Even Kaiser was unsure how to handle them as they closed in on the goal. Ryo sent a pass to Negi through the heart of the defense. Negi controlled the ball with his back before flicking it with his heel past the defender. Now, only Isagi and Kaiser stood between Negi. Both had perfectly read the duo's movement. Negi returned the ball to Ryo and made a move forward. Ryo knew that Negi wanted a one-on-one against Isagi, so he passed the ball to his side. Negi received it and faked a shot, something he had done before. Isagi anticipated this and tried to block the shot with his head, but Negi tricked him again, sending the ball toward Kaiser. Kaiser too was deceived. On the fourth and the fifth attempt, Negi finally struck the ball with a rocket-like shot into the far corner, proving himself against his rival, Isagi. Despite Isagi using his vision to predict plays, he couldn't stop Negi, who had reached his peak with Ryo's support. The technique he executed was on a world-class level. Isagi approached Negi and asked how he felt. Negi replied that he had always played in Blue Lock with the goal of defeating Isagi. And now, that is what's happening. He felt pure joy. He declared himself the main protagonist of the match. This made Isagi realize that Negi's desire to defeat him has driven him to evolve. That's why he had changed his playstyle since the beginning of the match to align with his ultimate goal of surpassing Isagi. He had teamed up with Ryo, who perfectly understood his style of play. At that moment, Chris couldn't hold back any longer and decided to enter the match. Noah also prepared to step in. The entry of these two players will change the entire dynamic of the game. Isagi saw this as an opportunity. If he could analyze Chris and Noah faster and more accurately, he might be able to score the final goal. With just one goal remaining in the match, even Yukimiya wanted to seize the spotlight. The game resumed, with the ball reaching Kaiser, but Chris challenged him to one-on-one. Kaiser ignored Chris' words and passed the ball, but Chris provoked him, making Kaiser angry. Kaiser demanded the ball back from Ness and engaged in a fierce duel with Chris. No one could intervene. Kaiser attempted to dribble past Chris, but Chris overpowered him physically. Noah was about to step in between them when suddenly Ryu surprised everyone by intercepting the ball. It seemed that Ryu had also unconsciously used metavision to keep up with them. The ball reached Chigri, who used his speed and individual skill to break through the opposition. He was on the verge of entering the penalty area and scoring when Yokimiya blocked his pass. With no other option, Chigri feinted a long shot, tricking Yokimiya and created an opening for himself. Just as he was about to shoot, Kaiser intervened, forcing him to pass the ball to Chris, who now faced Noah. With all the shooting angles blocked, Chris did something insane. He unleashed an unpredictable wild shot. Even if he didn't know the trajectory, Gagamaru hesitated, unsure whether to jump high or low. Isagi rushed toward the goal and instructed Kagamaru to dive low, predicting that the shot would either go high or low. His call was correct. He jumped at the right moment and managed to block the shot, crushing the world's second best player. The ball became loose, creating chaos on the field. This was Isagi's golden opportunity to score, but Yukimiya stole the ball from him. Fueled by anger, Yukimiya dribbled past the midfielder, dominating the opposition. Only two defenders remained. He took a shot, imitating Chris' unpredictable strike. The ball was about to enter the goal when Chris himself blocked it. All of Yukimiya's effort has been wasted. Frustrated, Isagi approached him and suggested they work together, as it was the most logical and beneficial option. However, Yukimiya refused, declaring that he was the protagonist of this match and would achieve victory on his own. Isagi responded, "That's not how the world works." Yukimiya snapped back. "In the end, all you care about is yourselves. You and Kaiser are just two parasites who climb on others to achieve your goals. If the world only rewards idiots like you, then this world is pure nonsense." Isagi smirked and replied, "Then what as your foolish fantasies burn in hell?" The match resumed with a throw-in, and Isagi pondered with Yukimiya, has refused to cooperate, even though it would benefit both of them. He didn't realize it was about being the main protagonist. This same desire had driven Negi, Ryu, and even Kaiser. Isagi came to a new understanding. The world of football is made up of countless individual stories and heroes. This was the missing piece of his game. By integrating this insight in his meta vision, he could become the main protagonist on the field. As the match continued, Ryu found himself in a prime position to pass to Neg, but Isagi intercepted the ball. He knew that Ryu felt like the main protagonist whenever he provided decisive passes to Neg. However, the ball fell to Chris feet, but no one intercepted. Just in time, sending it to Chigri, who passed to Igi. Igi dribbled past the defender and was about to shot when Kaiser intervened and stole the ball. It then landed at Ryu Fetz, who sent a rocket-like pass to Negi. Only Negi could control such a ball, but Isagi had already foreseen this move. He had reached a point where he understood that when two players share the same goal and both strive to be the protagonist of their own story, an unstoppable synergy is created. Now, Isagi had to break through Series' high-pressure defense. Even with his improved vision, his physical strength wasn't enough to match his task. Just as he was about to give in, Noah stepped in and told him he would help. With Noah's support, Isagi's attack plan became clearer. Isagi, Noah, and Corona advanced together, breaking through Series' defense. Yukimiya grew furious that Noah was backing Isagi. Was Isagi's final chance to score. Even Noah acknowledged Isagi's abilities in front of Kaiser. Isagi dribbled past Chigri and Negi, facing only one last defender. Yukimiya appeared trying to steal Corona's cross, but Isagi had planned for this, using Yukimiya's movement to his advantage. Corona set the cross, and Isagi moved past the defender. Kaiser attempted to block him, so Isagi passed backward to Yukimiya, who struck the ball with a deceptive shot, falling Neo and scoring. The match ends with Bayern Munich emerging victorious.